want to share with you 3 strategies to effectively get booked over and over and over as a professional speaker. It's the same strategy that I've just rinsed and repeated for the last decade. I want to share it with you because I've been able to impact hundreds of thousands of people, make millions of dollars, but most importantly, make a huge difference and impact. So here's what you do. Number 1, I want you to start fishing with a net and not a hook. Here's what I mean. If you want to get booked to speak, you don't want to do tons of solo phone calls and emails, and that is the worst way to build a business. Cold emails, cold phone calls. I would never want to build my speaking business that way. And I tried it. It sucks. I want to do it. Here's what you do instead. You fish with a net. Now, if you're a fisherman, you throw a net into the water, scoop up a bunch of fish, pretty effective. Well, what's the equivalent of that in speaking? It is, are you ready? It's a secret. I want you to know this, okay? Because people just don't get this. It's associations. Associations. Every single group that books speakers, they're part of an association. That association has conferences. The conferences are where all the association members go to get new information, see new speakers, and that's typically where they book many of their new speakers from. So let's say, for example, you wanted to speak at, I don't know, student leadership events, okay? Great group of people to speak to. You would just go into Google, type in student leadership associations, and look up what shows up, or type in student leadership conferences and see what shows up. You want to speak to credit unions, type in credit union conferences. See all the people that show up. Type in credit union associations. See all the information that pops up. Now, most conferences have a link that say submit a proposal to speak or request for proposal, RFP. You simply click on it, fill out the information, submit it, and if your presentation is chosen, imagine how amazing it will be to be in a room with a bunch of people that you can educate and speak and show them what you do who have the ability to book you to speak. It's incredible. So I just figured out what are the niches, what are the different places that I want to speak at, who are the audiences that I can resonate with. I figured out who are the associations that they attend, what are the conferences they go to. I then go to it. I either present, I might be a vendor, I might be the keynote speaker. There's a bunch of different things I can do there. And then the people in the room can see me in action. And I found nothing books you to speak like someone seeing you in action. It just is the best thing. And then I just do that, rinse and repeat. I go to a few conferences every year and I get my calendar full. Many people book me over and over and over. It's awesome. And you get to work with people who really care about the same stuff you do. Now, how you figure out which niche is best for you, how to figure out how to get in, how to title your presentation so they get accepted when you do your RFP. There's all these little things that work, and I'll show you how to do that. But I want to move on to the second step. The second step is now that you have those people and you know how to reach them, you know how to get in front of them, they might come up to you and say, oh my gosh, this was amazing. Or let's say you get someone who emails you back for some reason and says, hey, I want you, could you send me more information? What do you do then? What do you send? How do you position yourself so that when they see you, they say, I'm the right person? There's 2 main elements that if you get this down, it's going to make getting booked to speak so much easier. The first one is what I like to call a credibility building bio. Now, whenever someone's thinking about booking someone to speak, the first question they're going to have in their mind is, why should I book you? What makes you credible? So there's a specific way you put your bio together that makes people say, you're a big deal. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, Arel, I don't have a best-selling book, or I'm not on a TV show, or I haven't done all those things. I went years without having any major credibility, but if you learn how to position your bio and how to take the stuff you've already done, and I find it fascinating. I speak to people all the time and they say, oh, Ralph, I haven't done anything amazing. But then I talk to them for a little bit and then I find out all these incredible things. So I'm going to show you exactly how to pull that out of yourself so you can position it in a way to build the credibility. The second thing you'll need is typically a speaker video. Now, a little demo video basically gives a taste of what your speaking style is like. Even if someone's seen you speak, they usually have to convince a committee of other people that you are actually good. Now, if those people didn't see you speak, that video is going to be your most important marketing tool. Now, you either have a good video, which is awesome, or you don't. Now, a lot of people have no idea what goes into a speaking video, how to make it effective, why people would want to watch a video. I'm gonna break down all of the elements of a good speaker video. And great news, I'm gonna show you how to record an awesome video if you don't have one. How to do it, where to go, how to get it in a flash. And then finally, the third step is, why do people book speakers? Why is it that I want to actually bring you in? A lot of speakers, they say, oh, I have this great topic, but no one really cares about it. I want you to start thinking of this. What is the pain that you solve that's worthwhile for that organization to book you to speak? So for example, if you're a business, it usually falls into 3 categories why I would hire someone to speak. Can you increase my revenue? Can you increase my productivity? Can you decrease my costs? If you speak in one of those 3 categories, you're gonna get people's attention. If you wanna speak at schools, for example, you wanna think about this. How do I decrease dropout rates? How do I increase graduation rates? How do I increase the betterment of the culture, right? So what are some examples of that? Well, student success. How do you succeed in school? What are the steps to succeed? Well, if they know how to succeed in school, they'll have increased graduation rates. That's a benefit. Or, hey, we're gonna stop bullying. Because if you stop bullying, you can improve the culture and you can decrease dropout rates. Great. If you're doing speaking talks, leadership, how to get people to step up, that's productivity. If you can do marketing or any kind of sales skills, that's increasing revenue. If you can show them how to be more productive and more efficient and how to do things better, well, then you can cut costs. So if you understand why your particular demographic books speakers, what's important to them, all you have to make sure you're doing is your titles and descriptions of your presentations are hitting those major pain points. If you do that, you win. That's the 3-step formula. Now, there's a lot more that goes into this. I hope you got a lot of great value out of this. Just like this alone puts you leaps and bounds above everybody else. But if you want to know more detail, like how to actually go into depth with how to figure out who are the people you can speak to, where do they hang out, how do you get in front of them, what are all the strategies for really getting them to be pulled towards you, or if you want to know about, well, how do I get a good video? What's in a good video? How do I pull out my best stuff so that my bio wows people? And how do I make sure what I'm putting together is hitting the pain points that my potential clients will have so that when they get in touch with my information, they're saying to themselves, they're awesome, they're effective, and they have what we need. You deserve to truly make a difference and impact people while you're alive on this earth, and you owe it to others to impact them if you can truly make a difference. So click on the link below,